list things you would never see in Australia. Students know that kangaroo, for example, snakes in different types. Some of them are poisonous, some of them are so big. Crocodiles, alligators, and other staffs are found in Australia. But what they can never see in Australia, this is something different. Why am I doing this? Usually, the students are required to repeat endless lists of facts. Moving in the opposite direction still requires a sound knowledge base, but it forces students to think. Finally, this is the ultimate goal, is to get them to think. Usually they tell me what they can do, what they can see in the picture. So what can't you see in the picture? What do you think is hidden there? For example, name 3 things that you could not clean. List 5 sounds that you have never heard. Name 10 things that you could not photograph. You can add your examples here, please. You know that I know that you are experts when it comes to curriculum. So going back to our content, the curriculum that we are supposed to teach, could you please add things that we could use the chat box, or you could just like unmute yourself and say your examples for the reverse key.
Yes, Dr. Ahmed,
Okay, Dr. Nasr, go ahead.
the reverse key is very good to develop thinking because it helps the student to think well, and this is activize the higher order of thinking at them. Instead of saying to primary students, stand up or sit down, when they are standing up, I can say, don't sit down. So some students sit down, and this other students stay as they are standing because they think I give the instruction in the negative form. But
You
when we
mean
come to
you mean you're going to make it like a game?
yes, it's sometimes like a game, and sometimes it's they have fun when I say don't stand up, don't sit down. When they are sitting down, or don't stand up. Some of them stands up, and the others think that they shouldn't stand up. But when I in prep students, I can say, what aren't you interested in? What are you interested in, and what aren't you interested in? Also, what are the disadvantages of something when we talk about secondary students? So we can vary the reverse here with according to the level and the age of the students. Thank you.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah, wonderful. The good idea that you mentioned about gaming, like when it comes to elementary school students, we can say like for the first graders, grade 1, 2, 3, and maybe above. Even I tried this with middle school students, and they found it so fun. And stand up, don't sit down. So this will make them think before they act, which is also, yes, something inspiring. And usually going in the other direction, I do believe that going in the other direction, will make you a unique person. It will make you different. I have a problem with followers. You know that the Prophet ﷺ, in one hadith said, لا تكن إمعة meaning a follower. You have to have critical thinking. You have to be an autonomous thinker. Yeah, the reverse key might help with these steps. Okay, thank you so much. Now let's move to the second key.
I already used it when teaching Primer 5. We have a story in our book, which written by Aesop, that talks about a contest between the sun and the north wind. In such contest, the sun wins. The sun won the contest. As the race was about to make someone take off his coat, the one who can make him take off his code is will be the winner. And the north wind tried hard, blow and blow, but didn't succeed and didn't manage to do it. While the sun, when it rose and became scorching, it was able to make him take off his coat. And by the way, she became the winner. I asked
Mhm.
my students, can you reverse it and make the north wind win the contest? And they tried to think and rethink, and they never got the answer. I told them that why not asking them to have the contest, asking the sun and the wind to who can make the man wear his own coat. And the wind only can make the man wear his own coat, as when it blows hard and hard, she would be able to make him wear his coat again. Is that the idea you want me to talk about? Pardon me.
So using it with stories seems to be interesting, actually. You reminded me of something. Like 2 days a week, 2 days ago, I guess it was yesterday, maybe the day before it. I was watching a movie, and there was like something that happened, an accident or something, and policemen were trying to figure out what happened. And there's something that was said by one of the policemen was like, what about reversing all the incidents that took place? And when they did so, they found out all about it. So, yeah, and one of them, it would be lovely to do with the stories. What about reversing the actions, going back to the very beginning and trying to do something else? So we can use this key with other keys to do what you talked about. We will come to the variations, we will come to the disadvantages, we will come through all of them, inshallah. I hope by the end of the session. So thank you so much for all these insightful contributions.